Developments tonight in Hong Kong in the national security trial against Catholic Jimmy Lai. His attorneys say when the case resumes, the former media mogul will take the stand in his defense. However, the case has been delayed until November. The decision comes after a judge said that the 76-year-old is allowed to present his case, but Lai is in poor health, and his lawyers aren't sure whether he'll be able to testify when the trial resumes on November 20th. Lai is facing charges under China's stringent national security law. If convicted, he faces life in prison. And for analysis, we turn now to Mark Simon, managing director of Lai's Trust and former group director of Apple Daily Newspapers. Mark, great to be with you today. We appreciate it. Can you tell us, first off, how is Jimmy doing? What do you know? I know in a post on X you said that he's diabetic and he's being kept in solitary confinement and has almost no contact with the outside world.
Yes, that's correct. Look, he's 76. His health, he's had some problems lately. They had to stop the trial for 2 days because he had a cold. He's kept in conditions in Stanley Prison, which is a World War II era prison. There's no air conditioning. Hong Kong in the summer is quite hot. He's basically had to have cataract surgery to his eyes. He is diabetic. And he's 76 years old. This is not ideal conditions for the man. And he's coming up on 4 years in prison in that condition, in solitary confinement the whole time. And yes, he does not see anybody but his lawyers. And every once in a while, he can see his family 3 or 4 times a month through a glass shield. So he has no contact with the outside world. He's very limited in the letters that he can get or that he can write out.
It's really heartbreaking. Tell us more about the ruling today, Mark. I know the judge says that Jimmy will be able to testify, but that won't be until November. Did this come as a surprise to you?
The November came as a surprise to us because basically Jimmy's been on trial now for about 5 months. So in other words, if it takes you 5 months to convict somebody or to make your case, the prosecution's been going at this for a considerable amount of time, close to 3 months themselves. And then you have to delay him to have his opportunity to give evidence for, over 100 days. So in other words, the trial is going to break up and then Jimmy will have to wait in jail for 100 days before he can have his chance to say anything or a chance for the defense to present its points.
Mark, was there any reason as to why this case was put on hold until November?
Well, the Hong Kong government will tell you that they're actually swamped, which is possibly true because they've got 1,800 political prisoners. On a proportion basis, political prisoner to population, basically Hong Kong's ranked up there with Belarus right now and North Korea in terms of how many political prisoners they have. With 1,800 political prisoners in a city of 6.5 million is quite a disturbing ratio.
Yeah, almost out of time here, Mark. But I do want to ask you this. I mean, how's Jimmy getting through this? And what role is his faith playing in helping him during this time?
Jimmy's faith is key to his ability to survive this. He is a devout Catholic. Primarily in prison, from what I've heard and what I know, is all the reading he is doing now is in some pretty significant Catholic text. Cardinal Zinn said about a year ago that he has to bone up on his theology when he goes to see Jimmy. His faith is basically what holds him and what holds his family together. This is a devout Catholic man, and basically one of the reasons he doesn't do what he does because he's a Catholic, but part of him and what he is in his life is Catholic. And that's a very important point to make to a lot of people because a lot of people in Hong Kong are not familiar with Jimmy's religion at this point in time. But I think as the world learns that, they'll start to see the strength that he's showing.
Yeah, we do indeed, and we are praying for him. Mark, thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us about all this. We appreciate it. God bless you.
God bless.